Rive starts its application for a rent-free residence within my school's trunk by being a two-dimensional game with lasers, spaceships and robots, but without either pixel art or cyberpunk, instantly making itself stand out against the backdrop of almost every other indie game released since like 2015. And this decision comes with its own set of headaches. I don't think we ever agreed on how to make a 2D game look good on hardware that can't do polygons but can do high definition. But personally, I think that 2.5D is cheating, and among the real attempts, games tend to get unreadable, lost in the post-processing and highlights, or disregarding everything but the aesthetics to pull it off. So, with all that being said, Rive looks pretty good. It does the real 2D with tons of parallax scrolling and without overdoing the modern effects on top. I wasn't much surprised by references to Tetris and Doom, that's fairly normie. Gradius and Metal Slug maybe raised my brow a little, but by the time Blazing Lasers was mentioned, I felt a little spoiled. Names are dropped every 2 minutes, mainly shmups and run and guns, mostly in passing, in clear statement of what it's all about, making a space shooter for the end times. Okay, so here is a pin, and I'm putting it in that. Out of all the names dropped, one that stood out to me as the closest point of comparison is Contra Hardcore. It isn't until like the last 3 levels when Rive matches its viciousness, but the handling, amount of in-air control and necessity to keep your trigger held at all times keeps those games related. However, there's a system of special attacks that you can perform once universal ammo is collected, and those can be upgraded throughout the game. You can hack things both to unlock your path forward as well as to gain a little robot companion for a short while. Missiles, when shot, don't explode but change course, and every now and then there are gravity bubbles. Besides those, there aren't really any mechanics that make Rive feel that much unique, which I'm saying without throwing any shade, as how many mechanics were you expecting in a run and gun really? Rive is a linear game, and you get to revisit locations many times, but pacing is not hurt by that, as there are many set pieces and little surprises that keep it from turning stale, and very generous checkpoints that keep it from turning frustrating. My gripes with level design are that it relies too much on locking you in a room and throwing a set amount of robots your way, as well as enemies becoming a bit of a background noise to the level hazards as the game wraps up. It doesn't change the fact that Rive is a very decent game, and that I feel kinda bad that its developer, Two Tribes, has shut down shortly after Rive's release. And they knew it would happen, and they treated it as their swan song, because it kinda was. Oh, so that's where I left it. What you just saw was a snippet from my YouTube video where there's a whole bunch more to check out, so hey, do that.